Today we're going to end the 5th regular season of this Rockies franchise in MLB The Show. We are currently 8 games back of the Dodgers with 9 games to go. The division title odds aren't looking that great, but we should be able to make it back to the postseason, and we'll start today's action against the San Diego Padres. Tie game in the 8th inning. There's not really any drama around it, but we are pretty close to clinching at least a wild card spot as Ryan Vilade lines out over to first base. With 2 down, now Josh Bell closing in on 100 RBIs. It's a towering fly down the line, but got underneath it, and the Rockies can't score in the 8th inning. Looking to keep this game tied is Seranthony Dominguez, who I think has been better in the second half of the year after a rough start to the season. 1 down, this is Jurickson Profar fouling off the 100-mile-per-hour fastball, and this count goes full with Fernando Tatis on deck. Ground ball right back to Dominguez, and he'll take care of it for the second out. And now Tatis, who's crushed us over the past couple seasons. There's a good slider low and away. Hard to drive that one. Now out in front at 99, 1-2. Struck him out with a slider at the knees. A 1-2-3 inning for Dominguez, and now the Rockies looking for a walk-off. Trey Turner trying to put down a bunt to get on base, but he falls behind 0-2 and strikes out. The pitcher is Austin Adams in for his second inning. And here's Johnny Schaefer, already 3 hits on the night. 2 down, though, for the Rockies. And Schaefer looks at a fastball way upstairs and gets ahead 2-0. Just out in front. That was a fastball to drive. Now 2-1. And this is a high fly toward right center field into the gap. And the catch is made. We'll go to extra innings here against the Padres and bring out Jace Fry, the lefty. And he immediately gives up a base hit to center field. With great speed from Tatis, he will score easily. And the Padres get their extra inning runner home. A couple batters later, Nomar Mazara on to second. We get a quick double play. 8 pitches in the inning for Fry. And now Keone Kela trying to close it out for the Padres. Rafael Devers at the plate with Xavier Edwards checking in at second base. That one is high. Kela falling behind Rafael Devers. And then he's out in front trying to win the game against the changeup. Upstairs chasing, now 3-2. Off the plate, ball 4, and Devers is aboard. Here is Ty France, the winning run at first base. And Kela has this count go full. 3-2. Line drive into left field, base hit. Edwards will score as Devers hustles to third base safely. Nobody down for the Rockies as they tie the game and have runners at the corners. Austin Martin will check in for Rafael Devers at third base. And it's Nick Solak. Kela falling behind 3-1. Swung on and missed, and we have another full count. Line drive into center, and that's going to win this game. A walk-off hit for Nick Solak. And the Rockies celebrate at home once again with a 4-3 win over the San Diego Padres. He knew it as soon as it left the bat that he had just finished this one off. The Rockies keep their slim division title hopes alive for at least one more day, as the Dodgers had also lost. Now, we're going to take a break from Major League action because this is my last chance to really talk about a minor league pitcher that we haven't spent much time with. Last episode, they had him listed as a top 50 prospect, and for some reason now, Michael Handy has dropped off the top 50, but he was one of our best pitchers down at AA. He took a massive leap forward this year in his hit per 9 rating. He is really young, only 21 years old. But we drafted him in the second round during year 4's draft, right after Jason Hebert. Handy is a 90 potential starting pitcher, and he's coming off a very strong second year that saw him get boosted up to a 68 overall. Unfortunately, the regular season stats now for the minor league teams are wiped, so I don't have like his strikeout numbers or anything. But overall, Handy is not an overpowering strikeout pitcher. He's going to top out around a 90-mile-per-hour fastball, so strikeouts aren't meant to be the core of his game. He has just a 35 K/9 rating compared to a 70 walk/9 rating. So we have a control-focused pitcher who doesn't have a lot of velocity and will hopefully get a lot of ground outs. Now, this first inning and the first impression, I felt like he wasn't hitting his spots all that well, gave up a couple hits, had a wild pitch, but does get the ground ball to the right side to finish off the inning. Handy throws a two-seam fastball, changeup, slider, and curveball, and all of these pitches so far have a pretty good control rating with them, although that wasn't really evident in the first 6 batters he faced. But there's a slider that gets another ground ball and the second double play to finish off the second. We go into the third now, facing the 9-hitter. There's a chase on the two-seamer low. And then fouled back, the fastball going up. Curveball not staying down. We don't want him up there all that often. 2-2 and lined into right field. They got some hits off of him early, and a few of these were pretty well hit. With 2 down, inside out to second base. It won't be a double play this time. We already have the third out, but it could have been if he needed it. Into the 4th inning, only his 35th pitch, and this is grounded through the middle. So we're not getting 1, 2, 3 innings here from Michael Handy, but what we are getting are ground balls hit to the middle infielders, and that's the third double play in 4 innings. With 2 down, trying to finish off the 4th as the fastball is fouled away. Definitely got away with one there, and 1-2, the breaking ball, one of his best pitches of the day. And that is only his first strikeout of this game. It comes at the end of the 4th inning. To the 5th now. And there's a pretty well hit ball into left field. He's not giving up power, but consistent hits nonetheless. Jammed. That's going to go foul out of reach. 2-2. Got him to chase it again. We'll try once more. Strike 3 looking. Just froze him on a changeup that really wasn't that good of a pitch. But gets the second out. And then a changeup over the plate that's hit hard to left field, but he gets away with it again. So Portland missed some chances here, getting base runners and not taking advantage of those pitches. It's a 1-1 ball game. Now in the 6th, grounded to second. There's 1. Only 55 pitches in, and that's going to be grounded to second base. Portland hitting a lot of routine ground balls, and that seems to be what Handy's goal is. Here's one hit up the middle again to second base, but good speed to beat it out. No 1, 2, 3 inning here for Michael Handy. And with the runner taking off, he will get into scoring position. Brian O'Grady trying to bring him home as the curveball is in there. 0-2. Got him with a great changeup away. Strike 3 to end the 6th. Handy worked really quickly in this start, and on top of that, does have 86 stamina. He gives up another hit in the 7th inning. So he can go deep into these games, especially when he's getting all these easy ground outs and double plays. I was actually pretty impressed with a lot of these secondary pitches. We saw some good sliders and changeups that got batters to chase, but the control isn't all there. That's a better 2-strike curveball. Now a full count, and that's jammed into right. That was another thing I noticed. Like, he doesn't throw an overpowering fastball, but they kept hitting it softly the other way. And there's one to second base. Handy gets his 4th double play of the ball game, and he completes the 7th inning. I thought this was a really fun showing for Handy. He didn't have a single 1-2-3 inning. He also picked up 4 double plays, gave up no extra base hits, and no walks. Unfortunately, a start this good still doesn't get him the win because we only scored 1 run and lost the game. But I was really happy with that game. Handy ends up only allowing 7 bases. Runners only reached on him because of singles. 4 of those singles came against his fastball, which he threw for a strike 75% of the time. His accuracy was probably the worst with his changeup, and that's where he gave up 3 hits. Couldn't throw it as much as I wanted to, but I thought that was a fun first look at Michael Handy, only 21 years old, and could have a very bright future. Let's get back to the major leagues. Taking on the Padres once again, Joe Musgrove gives up a 2-run home run to Nick Solak as the Rockies take a 6th inning lead. Now we move ahead to the 8th inning. Alex Colomé here is going to allow the Padres to load the bases, so we bring in Jose Alvarado to face Nomar Mazara, and he hits a 3-run double. And now we've got to go into the 9th inning once again, but now trail by 2 against Keone Kela. We started off here with Brandon Nimmo, 3-1 count. And a deep drive to right field. That's getting down. Extra bases to lead off the 9th inning. Kela has given up a 300 average to left-handed hitters. And here is Brian Reynolds as a lefty, fouling back the fastball. Representing the tying run. Curveball at the knees, strike 3. Big pitch there for Kela. And now Rafael Devers. Ground ball right side, that's through. Nimmo stops at third. And the winning run is now at the plate. It is Trey Turner with just 1 down. That's fly down the right field line. And caught with Nimmo tagging from third base. A perfect throw. Got him at the plate and the game is over. I didn't think that was going to be such a good throw from right field. That wasn't even the tying run, so I shouldn't have been aggressive sending him in that spot. I just misjudged how risky that was. But losing there to the Padres does unfortunately clinch the division for the Dodgers, which they would probably do anyway, winning once more. We got a notification here that caught my attention as the Giants have waived Mauricio Dubon. And he's a utility player who is a good defender and is a pretty good player at 80 overall. He's just off a bad season here. He hit 199. Giants are looking to move on. I thought about claiming him, but I know he wouldn't be playoff eligible, and most of the players on our bench are out of options. And I'm not going to waive one of them to claim Dubon. Just thought it was interesting is all. But we now know we're going to be a wild card team, and we're just hoping to play the game in Coors this year, as opposed to last season when it was in San Diego. Hey, David Geronimo is back. I totally forgot about that here, as we get to the final games of the season, and we have just 1 left. And we already know this is going to be a home game in the playoffs against the Braves. So this is a meaningless game. And I basically played everybody on the bench and wanted to finish off the season playing our last game against the Dodgers. And if we can win our playoff game, that wild card, we'll meet them once again. Corbin Burnes gets the final day start for us, as I did skip Luis Severino's turn in the rotation. Burnes pitching on 4 days rest. Strikes out Mookie Betts. Severino, of course, will pitch the wild card game for us, as this one is sent to deep left field, and David Geronimo back in left field puts it away. We'll end this against Dustin May, making his 33rd start of the season. He is not one of my favorite pitchers to face. I think he's got a really good arsenal of pitches. He throws that really fast sinker that can get to 102 at times. Throws a nasty cutter off of it. He's just a really good pitcher. And Solak leading off, flied into center. No issue there for Cody Bellinger. And David Geronimo at the plate. We haven't hit with him in a while. 27 home runs on the season. Coming off the injury, this is in the air to right. And that's easy for Betts as he puts it away. And Rafael Devers. 38 home runs on the season. Of course, he missed 6 weeks, but he's been in a bit of a power slump lately. Hasn't hit a home run in like over a week, which is not normal. But he hits a base hit to left center field for us with 2 down. That gets to Zach Veen hitting in the cleanup spot today. Bounce to the right side, and the first inning is complete. I just wanted to see Corbin Burnes have a nice long start in this game. Save the bullpen for the wild card matchup and try to finish strong. Gives up a slow single, actually a double against the shift. Now a fly down the right field line, and Solak can't make the catch but laid out. Asuaje 0-2 chased it. A good slider from Burnes to close the second. Let's go to the bottom half of the frame. Xavier Edwards. That one is going to be tough at short. From the grass, no chance. Next, it's Austin Martin hitting .257. That's going to the backstop. Edwards into scoring position. And 2 batters later with Edwards at third base. Dominguez on the ground to short. And we manufacture our first run. 1-0 Colorado. Here is Betts again. I don't know what it is, but we can get Mookie Betts to chase like any pitch, and that's been consistent for a while. Edwards from second, nice play, and Burnes has a quick third. Here is Nick Solak again, 2-2. Gets a breaking ball driven deep to left field. Extra bases for Solak, enjoying a really nice season ahead of an offseason that should get him paid. Next up, David Geronimo draws a walk, and 2 are on for Devers. He hasn't homered since September 25th. 8 games in a row without a home run, but May strikes him out. And the inning is left up to rookie Zach Veen. Grounded to short, they'll get the quick out at second, and it's still a 1-0 ball game. Facing Will Smith in the fourth. Deep drive center field. And Reynolds won't get there as this game is tied. We've talked about the home run issues all year for Corbin Burnes. That's his 38th allowed on the season, 10 more than anybody else on the team. Now this one's ripped into left center, trying to stretch it. Geronimo's throw is in time at second base. That's the best throw he's ever made. Thankfully, we did get a fairly deep start here from Burnes, pitching into the 6th, again on 4 days rest. Lux strikes out on a changeup just under the strike zone. 7th punch out for Corbin Burnes. 2 down for Seager. A drive in the air to right. Solak is over, and he puts it away. 6 innings of 1-run ball for Corbin Burnes. And now Rafael Devers facing May once again. On the ground, diving play at first base. May covers and they get the out. Great play started by Carlos Asuaje. Next up, Zach Veen, and he comes up empty against the sinker low. Here's Xavier Edwards. On the ground, chopped to short, Seager on to first. Not much scoring here in the season finale. But we bring in Jace Fry, who has been solid in his 10 innings here late in the season. Here's Cody Bellinger, who has destroyed lefties this season. That one's deep to left and down for extras. Geronimo finally getting to it. That's a double. Will Smith next. In the dirt, rolling away from Nunez. Bellinger safe at third base. And still nobody out as Smith grounds it. We have the infield in. We get the out at first. Next, Michael Conforto. Grounded. And heading home, Bellinger will score. Kind of caught me off guard there when he ran home. Might have been a close play at the plate. Got the safe one. Here's a base hit given up by Fry. Not having his best inning here, clearly. as the Dodgers trying to get to second and third, and they will. 2 more in scoring position for the pitcher, and May cracks one into left field, and it gets away from Geronimo as that will score a pair. May feeling it here. He wants second base, and Geronimo gets him to end the inning. Not a great showing there for Jace Fry as we now trail by 3. I still can't believe in a 1-run game, Dustin May hit in the 7th, and it paid off. But he does walk Austin Martin to lead off the bottom half of the 7th inning, and now he's replaced by Caleb Ferguson, the lefty. Ryan Valade, base hit center field. 2 on, 1 down, and will go to the bench, bringing Josh Bell into the game. 99 RBIs on the season as a righty out in front of the curve. Just late against the fastball, full counts. Ground ball to short. Seager to second. They get 2, and the inning is over. Rockies miss a chance in that inning. So we head to the 8th. It's Lucas Sims, and he gets Mookie Betts chasing the changeup. I really don't know what it is, but we strike out Mookie Betts like multiple times every time we play the Dodgers, it seems. Sims has a great 6-pitch 8th inning. And the Dodgers bring in Brusdar Graterol. I don't like facing him either. Nothing like a game against the Dodgers here to ruin all your confidence in hitting. Geronimo, though, does draw a 1-out walk. And Rafael Devers could be his last chance this season. And he's going to walk. Back-to-back from Graterol. And now we got the young Zach Veen. Fouled off the sinker, falling behind. He fouls off that one. We'll try it again. Chased it low at 99. 2 down for the Rockies. It's up to Edwards now as that one is swung on and missed. 2-2. Graterol gets him with the slider, and we're headed to the 9th. Lucas Sims in for his 2nd inning. Runner at first, and Conforto ground ball. Really good 13-pitch outing here for Sims as he gets us 6 outs. So now we trail by 3, and here is Tommy Kahnle for the Dodgers. He's only blown 3 saves all season. Austin Martin base hit down the line. There's our first base runner. We have a lot more to do. Dom Nunez takes a walk. And we again have the tying run at the plate, and it's Ryan Valade who strikes out on the low changeup from Kahnle. We'll go to the bench and bring in Brian Reynolds, who has been phenomenal for us down the stretch. One of our best hitters. But he's out in front. Can't handle the changeup. Fouled off that one. 2-2. Inside. Big 3-2 pitch from Tommy Kahnle. Ground ball to second. It's flipped to Seager. And they get the double play, and the game is over. The Rockies leave 2 on in the 7th, 8th, and 9th innings. And we only score the 1 that we generated in the 2nd inning. So a rough day here for the offense. And we do unfortunately close out the season, losing our last 4 games, getting swept by the Dodgers. We do end up with the same amount of wins that we had a season ago. And we're in the wild card game. The only difference is now as we're hosting it. I don't feel like we finished the year as strong as I would have liked. We definitely peaked early in the season. We had a decent lead over the Dodgers at one point, but it really wasn't sustained. Our first month or so of the season was just so good. We ended the year with one of the best offenses in baseball. We ranked 3rd in home runs, 1st in triples, 3rd in doubles, 3rd in hits, and 3rd in runs. I know this offense can potentially get hot and win us any series against any team. Brandon Nimmo finishes with the highest WAR among position players with 6.7. For the pitching, we did regress as a team a bit, and on top of that, you factor in the loss of Jake DeGrom, and that's obviously pretty serious. Luis Severino was by far our best pitcher this season, and he finished with a 4.4 WAR. As a team, we finished with the 14th best ERA and gave up the 16th most runs. So we're going to be taking on the Atlanta Braves in a one-game wildcard playoff next episode, and I'm legit nervous for this game. It's just a one-game series, which means it's not really a series, and there is zero room for error. Here are the league leaders as we finish off the season. Nobody quite to 50 home runs, but Pete Alonso and Freddie Freeman each have 49. And then ERA leaders, we have Trevor Rogers and Noah Syndergaard, now with the Detroit Tigers. For strikeouts, it's Luis Severino and Garrett Cole of the Yankees. And for whip, Luis Severino in first there as well. John Means in the American League. Luis Castillo just a little more WAR than Luis Severino, but Syndergaard at 5.9. And for the WAR leaders, we have Bellinger and Mike Trout. Freddie Freeman takes home the National League MVP, while the American League MVP is Pete Alonso. The Cy Young winner is Luis Severino. He was outstanding, and he'll be pitching in our wild card game, hopefully getting us to the next round. And this surprised me. I didn't even realize Ryan Vilade was in line to become Rookie of the Year, and he pulled it off. It's our second Rookie of the Year of this series, and he was legit really good for us coming off the bench all season. Overall, a very successful year. This team has come so far in these 5 seasons. But now we're on to another postseason. We take on the Braves. Now, our playoff roster only has 4 starting pitchers right now because Michael Wilkerson is not eligible. He was not on the 40-man or the active roster until September 9th. You need to be on at least the 40-man by August 31st to be eligible for the playoffs. So I don't know if we get to the Dodgers series, if we just go to a 4-man rotation, or if Andrew Heaney becomes that 5th starter. Last thing I want to talk about today before the video ends is that we have Madden 23 coming up in around a month. I have the UTSA Dynasty, of course, on the channel and this series. I would like to get back to doing a Madden franchise this year. I do think that 3 main channel series at a time is probably too much. So I have been thinking about taking a break from this series as we get into Madden season. Now, I don't know if I want to break after this season. It would be a good time. I'd hate to ruin momentum with the series, and I know everybody here is really enjoying it. Or if I want to try getting through another season. I think it might depend on how the playoff run for us goes and how quickly I could possibly get into the next season, or how this season ultimately ends. But I'd like some feedback on that, I guess. I just know that, if we go through a playoff season now, I can get that wrapped up easily before Madden comes out. And I would like to have that opening potentially, if I can get a franchise going there. Would allow me to do a lot more with the UTSA Dynasty as well. But regardless, I'll likely be taking a break from this series either after this current year or the next. And in either case, I would obviously want it to return because there's still a lot I want to do with this team. Even if we go and win the World Series this year, there's still more I think to see. But that's all for today. Leave your thoughts down below and get ready for the postseason to begin next episode, and I sure hope it doesn't end. Please leave a like and subscribe to the channel, and I'll see you all in the next episode. It's a big one. Have a great day.